All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Turf Talks by Race Mirror. We are back with Mysore action coming to you, and the big one at Mysore is the Air Force Trophy. But we'll begin the proceedings with the first race. And Fahad, thank you so much for joining us. Pleasure having
My
you once
pleasure,
again.
Yasser, and welcome all for this Mysore races. And hope you all have a lovely day at the races.
Absolutely. So far, the first race of the day is the Babauddin Giri Plate for horses 3 years old only. Distance to be run is 1200 meters. Uh, we saw Swagatam win very convincingly in the last start, and I think Swagatam will be the one to beat here. Followed by Day of Combat, who ran a good second, and Tom Cruiser again ran third. But I think the dark horse in this one is Stinger Javelin, ridden by Ashad Asbar, carrying the bottom weight. Your thoughts on this, Fahad?
Definitely, yes. Swagatam is the horse all have to beat. Yes, he's definitely been penalized for that win. He's carrying a penalty from the others, but come on, I've always considered horses which have had one benefit of a run. So it's always better to follow them. Swagatam has the experience of the track and things, so he's definitely one all have to beat. Day of Combat will definitely run a very good race, followed by a horse which can really run well in the CIP number 10 Sparkling Knight, who's also excelled in the latest work. So these three horses come into my reckoning for this particular race.
All right, Fahad, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Let's quickly move on to the second race, which is the Humpy Plate, a Class 4 race to be run over 1400 meters. We have 10 horses in this one, Fahad. Um, and I think the pick is very easy for me in this one, with Vandan being the one to beat, followed by I think Spiritual Force, who's been a very consistent performer, and Miss China. We've always been saying that she'll run a big race. She'll run a big race, and I think with the bottom weight at her side, this could be the one for her.
Yeah, definitely, Yasser, no doubt about that. We've always been following Miss China. She's a very consistent filly, and I'm sure she'll definitely keep all the railbirds happy in this. But here, yes, like you just said earlier, Vandan is the horse I'll have to beat. He ran second to Bonito last time out, and is working well, and he's got a very good chance to win. And horse to be followed is Lovely Thoughts. He's run second in the higher class, so even he can trouble the best. So these two horses, yes, definitely from his spiritual force. So these three horses come into my reckoning, and a surprise packet and always been consistent in this Miss China.
Absolutely, absolutely. Fahad, let's move on to the third race, which is the Ajanta Plate, a Class 5 race to be run over 1400 meters. We have 15 runners in this one, Fahad. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, a big field, and yes, yeah, sir. So horses which to be followed in this, I feel, is number 9 Festive Star,
Hmm.
run second to Legionary last time out,
Absolutely.
and moving it very well in the work, and she is right up there. I think so. She should definitely be there, and Shivalik Dhanush has also been running good races and good third to Spiritual Queen last time out,
Correct.
and Lead Singer who ran third to Bacchus last time in the mile, and last time 200 meters less to travel this time and 1400 meters, and definitely has a very good chance. So mine to my reckoning is a very close call between these three horses, but it's an open race. Picking a winner in this will be quite difficult.
Absolutely, because there are two other horses that caught my attention. One being Vijay Surabhi, who's been running consistently but has always faced traffic problems in these big fields, followed by Country Spirit Pace as well. Both these horses, are good horses but have faced a lot of
Yes,
traffic
yes.
problem and could
Like we
be
just, it's a very open race,
upset.
yeah, sir. No doubt about it.
All
Anything
right.
can happen.
With that, let's move on to the fourth race then, which is the Ooty Plate, a Class 4 race to be run over a mile. Well, I think Bacchus is the one to watch out for. One very, very impressively went to the front and didn't look back. And I think Bacchus
Yes,
is in the form, so should be watched out for, followed by Okanaya and Kushak.
yes, definitely. Bacchus is the horse to be watched out for. He had a lot of problems. He's come to hand little late, a big mid animal, and you know he won very well last time. And they've taken an allowance back again with Alex Rosario up, I'm sure he'll run a big race. But you can't neglect Kanhaiya and Kushak. Kushak is the horse all have to be aware of in this. So it's going to be a close call from these two horses. The surprise packet is number 8 Coyote Girl. Ran a close
Yes,
second last time out in
absolutely,
1800 meters. I'm sure
absolutely,
he must have definitely come on after that run. So,
absolutely.
like we just a very good race to watch out for, and let's see who comes out wins this.
Perfect. And with that, we'll move on to the feature race of the day at Mysore, which is the Air Force Trophy, a Class 2 race to be run over 1400. But your picks in this 15 horses in this one.
Uh, Yes, I on form points I'll go with Douglas. Douglas is the horse all have to beat. Yes, this
Absolutely.
is my run should be the one all have to be thing with. And Abela ran a very close fourth last time out, and he's got a very good place chance. And the one which is running, won very well in but was in the lower class, Prince Corporate, and Coastal Cruise. So Coastal Cruise ran third to O Hansini.
Yes.
So these three horses, be there, but end of the day, Douglas is the horse which has to get beaten in this.
Absolutely. I think I my views coincide with yours in this one because for me, I think Douglas is the one to beat, followed by Prince Corporate and Coastal Cruise. Both of them have been consistent. Prince Corporate has won his last two starts. Coastal Cruise has ran second, fourth, and third. So I think open race, but Douglas is the one to beat in this one.
True, no doubt about
All right, moving on to the sixth race, which is the Cochin Plate, a Class 4 race again to be run over 1600 meters. And I think the interesting part here is Icicle, the grey mare, has moved from Hyderabad to Mysore. Icicle was thought of very highly by its trainers in Hyderabad, ran in good races, but then had this problem of wearing out and stopping in between the race. I hope that that has been corrected because if that's corrected, then Icicle will be the one to watch out for, which will be the dark horse. But I think
it.
everybody
Yes,
have to beat Amazonia, Achuk, and Santorini in this one. Oh,
no
sorry,
doubt
Tia
about that.
Tia Maria, Tia Maria.
Tia Maria.
Yes,
Yes, my thing goes with Tia Maria because Tia Maria has been a very consistent horse. He's always been there, right up there, and ran second to Amazonia last time out.
right.
And she's the horse to be beaten from Santorini. Yes, ran a very good race last time out, and this time with DS Dura up, I'm sure she'll definitely be right up there. And Icicle, like we just discussed, you were telling me about, yes, a change of place will also do a world of good for Icicle. You never know. Like a good horse can definitely do it. And another horse which can run a very good race here is Achuk. Achuk
Correct.
is run third to Socrates last time and should make amends. I mean, should make amends. But all have to beat Tia Maria at this from Santorini.
All right, with that, let's come down to the concluding race of the day, which is the Sankaranthri Plate, a Class 3 race to be run over 1400 meters. Again, field of 15 horses, and I think Viva La Diva was tad unlucky last time. Will look to make amends of things here.
Definitely, Yasser, no doubt about that. But you can't neglect number 15, Article 15. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, the way he won last time out, yes, definitely is penalized. But the style of running, the way it won, was definitely not a 0 to 25 horse. So I'm sure he'll defy that penalty. He ran a fantastic race. And Viva La Diva is the main threat for Article 15. These two horses run a good race from a good horse, which can be right up there in the money, is number one Crimson Fire. Ran a close fourth last time. On that run, with Shah Farid Ansari up, will definitely be right up there.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Fahad, for sharing your views, and thank you so
My
much
pleasure, Yasser.
to all
It's
our
always a
viewers.
pleasure to share my thoughts with you and my viewers.
Absolutely, absolutely. And thank you so much to all our viewers who've been pouring in their love and support, who've been supporting
Thank you so
Tough
much.
Talks by Race Mirror. It's your love and passion that has kept us driving. And we hopefully will be back with Chennai very soon because we have the Chennai Derby coming up. And we have some good races lined up from the upcoming weekend with the Indian Oaks at RWITC and a lot of other races coming your way. So do not forget to subscribe to our channels and keep a watch out for more content coming your way. But until then, we'll see you past the post.
Thank you so much. All the best.